How to 10x your real estate leads while you sleep with AI. I personally generated thousands of leads and hundreds of thousands of GCI for realtors across the country, all while they focus on what they do best, which is selling homes. And here's the crazy part. It doesn't take more cold calls, more open houses, or spending extra hours on the phone. In fact, using AI, you can literally start getting leads automatically overnight. In the next few minutes, I'm gonna show you exactly how. Let's dive in. We're gonna start off by developing our ICP, which stands for Ideal Customer Profile. Now, what an ICP basically is you have your ICP right here, right? Your ICP, obviously the great drawing right here, and everybody else around him or around who you're targeting is not your ICP, and you only want to focus on this person. So what you want to do is you want to look at this ICP. You want to look at exactly what characteristics make them unique, what's different about them, what's specifically unique, right? So for example, so bringing it into real estate terms, what you want to do is find out, okay, who do I enjoy working with the most? Who's my favorite clients? Maybe it's a first-time home buyer, right? Okay, now that we know it's a first-time home buyer, where are they typically moving from? Okay, it's a first-time home buyer moving from this specific neighborhood typically, if you have that data, right? What is it? Is it typically men, women you prefer working with? Yeah, it's typically men. Now, you can't discriminate with real estate, so that you can't really go as into the granular on that, but you can go and think, okay, what do these people like doing for fun? What is the typical age range of people that I work with, right? If you're speaking to a 55-year-old person, which is probably not a first-time buyer, right? But in some cases, if you're speaking to an older person, you're going to change the way you talk. You're going to change the way your messaging is in this ad, and that's basically going to change all of the variables that you otherwise would have not changed, right? Because if you speak to everybody, you try to speak to everyone at once, you end up speaking to nobody. So you want to get super specific on exactly who this is. So the first thing we're going to do is go into ChatGPT and have ChatGPT develop our ICP. Actually, we can just do this right here. This is the one thing we don't need AI for. This is something you should do manually. So what you need to do is go and create basically a list of all of the unique characteristics about this person that you're targeting. So let's say we're going after sellers, right? So we want sellers. Let's say it is actually, we'll go into ChatGPT and we're going to plug this in. And this is the way to do it, because then you can let the AI and let ChatGPT learn, and it's going to take all of that and plug it into and take it into account when you're writing your ads, when you're creating the funnel, when you're creating the verbiage on the landing pages, all that stuff, which some of you that might sound super tricky right now, like you have no idea what I'm talking about. Trust me, I'm going to show you exactly how you do it so you can go start getting 20 or more listing leads every single week with AI, basically doing nothing. So first of all, you want to give it some context. So I'm a realtor in St. Paul, Minnesota. My ideal client that I enjoy working with the most are homeowners looking to downsize who are typically 55 plus. Their average yearly income is about, I don't know, 75 grand. Maybe they're not retired yet, and they are retiring soon. Now give it some more context. The more in detail you can get, the better, right? So they're retiring soon. They are tired of the upkeep of their current property and want a single floor home that's more manageable for their lifestyle. Okay, so this is our ICP right here. So we don't need to say, so then I'll say, you don't need to do anything with this. With this, I'll give you next steps. But we put our ICP into ChatGPT, and actually what I'm going to do, instead of saying that, I'm going to say, please ask me 2 or 3 more questions about my ideal client so you can better understand. Perfect. So now this is the cheat code. When you prompt ChatGPT to be the one asking you questions, that's how you can really get it super, super specific. So you can see what are their top emotional or practical concerns when it comes to downsizing. So, right. So we'll say top practical concerns when it comes to downsizing. We'll just say it is fear of change. Like they're scared of change and not getting as much money for their home as they could. Some typos in there, it's fine. Where do they want to move? So are they looking to stay in St. Paul or nearby suburbs? See, this is a great question. I would have never even thought about that. Do they prefer active adult communities? Let's say they prefer active adult communities not in a suburb of St. Paul, right? So maybe they don't want to stay in the city, but you would know this better than anyone. And then third, what's typically prompting the decision to downsize right now? We'll say it's retirement and health issues. Mainly retirement and health issues. Perfect. So now let's see what it comes up with. So you can see this is exactly what ChatGPT said. Age, ideal client, age 55 plus, income 75 grand per year, stage of life, current situation, desires, motivations. See, that's literally ridiculous. Like if you can get that specific, you can even go, hey, what color hair do they typically have? In this case, it's probably gray, but you can even do that. And then you can say, okay, which platform are they typically on? You can do more stuff like that. But now what we're going to do, we have the ICP created, which is the first part. So we're going to check that off. The next part before we go into this, the next part right here, before you even write your ad, is we need to come up with an offer. So I'm going to run video ads to these, and I'll talk why I do video ads in a second, why they're the best way to go if you're really serious about getting listings with your ads or with your lead generation. I'm going to run video ads to these people. I want to offer them a lead magnet that is super specific and targeted to only them based off what I just gave you. Okay. So now let's see what it comes up with. The St. Paul downsizing blueprint, a step-by-step guide for 55 plus homeowners to sell smart. So that's good, but we just don't include the age in there because you can't, because of fair housing agreement. So looks great. You can't discriminate in real estate. Okay. Now this should give us a better one. The St. Paul downsizing blueprint, how to sell smart and simply for the next chapter. And then it will literally give you exactly what it is. So now that we have our lead magnet, this is our offer. I'm going to add this right here. So we have our offer. And this is probably one of the most important parts of it. Once you have your ICP, the offer is super, super simple, because if it's a first-time home buyer, you create something tailored to first-time home buyers specifically. But now the next part of it is we're going to write a high-converting video ad. You see how I say video, not some generic image ad that you and me both know if you try them, brings in people saying, oh, my dog clicked on the ad. I'm looking to buy in 6 years when the moon turns green. And stuff like that. It's because, first of all, they have no clue who you are. When you run these generic image ads, you just get a bunch of people looking around. They have no clue who you are because you position yourself as the same as every single other realtor in your market. Because everyone runs generic image ads. It's because they're the easiest thing to do. Whatever's the easiest thing, whatever has the lowest barrier of entry, is always going to be the thing that is the least effective, because anybody can get into it. And it's the same thing with real estate. A lot of the realtors who get in the business right away end up leaving after 5 years, or within 5 years, because the barrier to entry is so low. That's why there are so many realtors, and the top 20% of the realtors are doing 80% of the business. And that's like the way it goes. The people who have the best ads, the most creative, the most targeted ads that aren't generic, that aren't copy paste, are going to get 80% of the business with their ads. It's the same exact thing here. They're going to reach the people. When you speak to them more, that's how you get people coming through, basically already knowing you, liking you, trusting you, because it is video as well, and you have an offer so specific to them that it seems like, okay, why would I go click anywhere else? If I'm looking to downsize, this is going to be the ad to click on. And the best platform, hands down, that we're going to do this on, if you are serious about actually maximizing your ROI with your ads, with your lead generation, it's going to be YouTube ads, hands down. And I'll walk you through the targeting and stuff, but you're able to target people based on what they're searching for on Google. So if they look up and they own a home in St. Paul and they're looking up, hey, I need to downsize my home, I need to sell my home now, retirement planning to sell my home, anything like that. We're going to target people based on what they're searching for on YouTube and Google, because YouTube is owned by Google. So we're able to target, it's all based off what they're searching for. So we're going to go YouTube ads for this because we want to get the best results possible, not Facebook ads where you can't even target a single person, right? And if not doing video ads, you're really missing out. So, but you're in luck because I'm going to literally write the entire ad with you. So first of all, we're going to write this ad. So now what we're going to do, we are going to create a targeted YouTube ad to these people in St. Paul, and the offer is going to be the lead magnet you just gave. So first of all, we're going to break down the ad, right? So the first part of it is the hook. This is the first 5 to 10 seconds of the ad. This is the most important part. This is like you're saying, you're calling out who it's for. So, hey, are you thinking of downsizing your home in St. Paul? Maybe you're not able to keep up with the lifestyle of your home, right? That's a hook right there, calling them out. Second is the body. Now in the body, this is basically where you are positioning your offer, your lead magnet, as something that is so different from anything they've tried before, because different's always better than better. Third is the close. This is the close / call to action. Hey, so if you're thinking of downsizing and you want XYZ without XYZ, go click below, answer a few questions, and we'll send you the guide instantly, right? So that's the structure we're going to use for the ad. The ad structure is hook, body, and close. In the body, position our offer so different to anything they've seen or tried before. The hook needs to pull them in instantly and make anyone outside our ICP, our ideal customer profile, skip the ad. The close ties it all together and drives them to the landing page, and then we'll make the funnel and the landing page and all that. So let's see what ChatGPT comes up with right here. We probably need to prompt it a bit more, but we'll see what it comes up with. And it even tells you like the cues and stuff. So if your house feels too big, too much, or just not right anymore, this ad's for you. Everyone else, go ahead and skip it. That's not a great hook. So what we're gonna do is go tweak that. Let's see the body though. Let's face it, downsizing is about square footage, freedom. These questions are powerful because it makes the viewer feel like they're more engaged. And a cheat code right here, when you write your ad, you don't want to make it seem like you're talking to a group of people. You want to make it seem like you're talking to this specific person. So asking these questions are good. And if you know the common questions that you get asked, which as a realtor you should, because that's your full-time job, it's what you do, then you should know exactly like what these people ask, what are their hesitations. So like, what if I don't get enough for my current home? If that's a question you get, then just put that in there, right? That's exactly why I created something totally different. Again, totally different from anything you've seen before. That's good right there. And no, it's not just a checklist, generic brochure, St. Paul downsizing blueprint. Yeah, give it a unique name as well. That's awesome. What we're going to do, though, is the hook is not strong enough. We need to specifically call out our ICP. See, and all you need to do is you just need to prompt. If you know how to prompt AI right, it can be really, really good. So if you own a home in the St. Paul suburbs and thinking about downsizing, this is the ad you don't want to skip. So that's much stronger. So you got to think, if someone is on YouTube and they see your ad all of a sudden, they have 5 seconds they have to watch and then they can skip it. If they're looking to downsize, this is going to be something that they're going to want to stay for, because you just call out exactly who it's for. Right now, if someone's looking to buy a home, they're not going to go and watch this ad, and you're going to disqualify everyone else, which is exactly what we want to do. And the cool thing about YouTube is if they skip the ad right away, you don't get charged for it. So that's why we only want someone looking to downsize to watch this ad. So now we have the ad right there, and even gives you hook options. But this is a pretty good body. We for sure refine it a bit more. And if you want the exact kind of scripts I use, you want to apply to work with me, check below, book a call if you are serious about getting listings, getting deals coming in with YouTube ads every month. But this is still pretty strong. I would add a little social proof in there. So, hey, we've helped Jeremy do exactly this. He went from stage to XYZ goal, right? So adding some social proof in there, some stories relevant to them. But that's a good ad right there. That is a high converting video ad right there. And again, video, we never do generic images, pictures, unless you just want to call garbage leads. Now, what we're going to do then is outline an optimized funnel. Now, I said outline because we're not going to go make the entire funnel right here. Otherwise it'd take an hour, but we're going to go ask ChatGPT for an outline for the funnel. Perfect. Now, please give me a high converting 3-step funnel for this ad to maximize conversions and get as many listings as possible. So, and by the way, a funnel, if you're not aware what a funnel is, it's basically where you're sending people. So what a lot of agents do, and if you do this, stop doing this immediately. A lot of agents just send traffic directly to their website. That's not a funnel, right? That you're losing out. You're wasting so much money if you do that. So what a funnel is you send them to, number one, a landing page, which is a single page on a website where there's not buttons to click around on. The only button to click is them putting in their information, answering some questions, so then they can put in their information and get whatever you are offering in the ad. So the first part's the landing page, getting their information. That's the most important part. Second, usually you can have a booking page. You go and integrate your calendar on the next page where they can go, and if they are serious about downsizing or whatever you're offering in the ad, they can go and just book directly on your calendar without you having to do any of the outreach. And with video ads, it's so much different because they've already seen you, they've heard you, they know you, like you, trust you before they come through. And then by the time they book on your calendar, it's basically like a referral coming through because they've seen you, they know you, they like you, they trust you again, and they can go and just book on your calendar if they're serious. And that's where it really kind of changes the dynamic where they position you as a trusted authority because you are in the video, you were the one providing them the value rather than just saying, hey, come see what your home's worth, or hey, are you thinking of selling a home? Give me a call. Like, that doesn't work. So let's see what it comes up with. So we see the lead magnet landing page right there. It even gives you like the headline and stuff, which is awesome. Sub headline, bullet benefits. Second, instant thank you page, stop discovery call invite. So this right here, this would be the I want to have a thank you page. That would be after they book a call, right? So what you would just have is a calendar page. And this is perfect right here. So, hey, your guide is on the way. If you want a personalized plan for selling your home, finding your next perfect fit, book a free 50-minute downsizing strategy call and have your calendar embedded. That's perfect right there, right? And then third is you have the email nurture sequence. I would just add the thank you page right there. What we're actually going to do next, now that we have the optimized funnel, you go and build that. Number one, you could either go use like Go High Level, any of these like software landing page kind of building sites, or you can go hire someone on Fiverr or something to do it if you want. Otherwise, this is what I do for all the agents I partner with. But the last part of it is we have automations for new leads. Really, the word with this is leverage. You need to create leverage with your business. You don't want to be manually texting all of these people. You want to create systems to create leverage with your business, and AI or code is one of the ways to do that. So the last part is we want to create leverage and maximize our inputs with this system to get as many listings as possible while doing as little work as possible. Please give me a 7-day follow-up sequence with these leads when they come in. The goal is getting them to respond. Please give a calendar, a pre-call, or a appointment reminder sequence as well. And let's see what it comes up with. But it's so crazy. Like, you can go and just build this. I just built this in 15 minutes, right? And then obviously you have to go in and build it. Probably you could get it done in 3 hours, right? If you're decently good at what you do, or you kind of have just a baseline level of knowledge. So you can see, like, it literally just gives you exactly what to do. It's kind of crazy. So I'm not going to go through all this, but that's exactly how you go and do this. Again, you can prompt it. exactly how you want. Number one, though, the first step, always develop your ICP. Who are you targeting? Is it downsizers, first-time buyers, luxury homeowners, anything like that? Then come up with an offer that is so good, so different to anything they've tried. Different is the name of the game here. Then go use a high-converting video ad. Again, video is king. Stop doing generic image ads. You're just going to get garbage leads and waste your time. Then what you want to do is have an optimized funnel. So I recommend landing page, you have the calendar page, and then you have the thank you page as well. And then have automations. Create leverage for yourself. You don't want to be chasing down a bunch of people via text and stuff. Your only job should just be taking the appointments that book on your calendar and calling some of the leads once they come in, right? So that's the whole process right there. So you can go out and literally just go and copy that in your business. So you can go out and do all of this, but if you'd rather have someone go up and just set all this up for you without you having to think about it at all, so you can consistently just get listings, just like Mike. He's had 5 listings, I think 4.5 months, about $75,000 in GCI from his YouTube ads with this exact system that I'm running for him. So if you want results like that, if you want to learn more about this, how it could look in your business, go check the first link in the description below and book a call to apply to work with me, see how it would work in your market. But other than that, I hope you did get value from this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.